Hi, so welcome to week 23 of the Lucy Letby trial. Now, the court only actually sat for 3 days this week. One day a juror was ill, so they weren't in court. I think that was Tuesday. And then it was Good Friday, so it was a bank holiday, so they were not in court. And the court is actually not sitting at all next week. They're giving jurors the week off for Easter. It's also the school holidays. And it's an incredibly traumatic experience for the jurors. It's lasted the trial so far nearly 6 months, and it is going to last, I mean, who knows, another couple of months perhaps. So this week they focused on Letby's role changing from working with the children to an office-based job. So after child P's death, senior paediatrician said he was not happy with Letby working with the children because he'd noticed that she was there when the children collapsed and died. So he requested that she was removed, but his request was denied. And then child Q collapsed. Remember child Q? This is the attempted murder charge. And his request was treated more seriously. So there were a lot of emails sent to staff about the changes that were going to be made, and Letby was given a role in the safety and risk office. So this is what the doctors had requested, you know, move her away from the children and put her in a more office-based role. So it was a 3-month secondment, and this is all after child Q collapsed. And the allegations with child Q are attempted murder, and that Letby had tried to kill child Q by injecting air and fluid via the nasogastric tube. Now, if you remember, for attempted murder, your mens rea, the mental element, you have to have intent to kill, but the mens rea for murder is intent to kill or cause serious harm. So Letby sent messages, and there were a lot of messages read out in court, and she sent some to her colleagues saying that she was fuming about this and the fact that she was being put into an office role. And she said that she'd made a timeline of the events that had happened so far, and that the hospital had minimal evidence to put her in this role, and that they would look silly, not her. She also said at one point that she was having a bit of a meltdown about this, and a doctor who she was messaging replied and said that she had done a perfect job and she had nothing to worry about. Letby, in one of her police interviews, said that it was just a pure coincidence that these children were collapsing when she was working, and that premature children could deteriorate at any time. So remember, a lot of these children are born weighing 1.5, 2.5 pounds, so they're very, very small. The other thing that is of note is that Letby issued a grievance against the hospital. So this is a type of complaint that she had issued about the work of the hospital and her treatment at the hospital. So whether more will be discussed when the court returns on the 17th, we will have to wait and see. They had wanted, the prosecution had wanted to finish their case this week, but it doesn't appear that they have done so. But they are quite close to finishing, and then what will happen is the defence will give their case, they will present their case. Now, Letby may give evidence. If she doesn't, then the court can draw what we call adverse inferences from her silence, which means like negative conclusions. So it doesn't look good for her if she refuses to give evidence, but we will have to wait and see. So let me know your thoughts, and yeah, you can comment, but please be respectful because this is an ongoing trial.